everybody. Today you're joining myself, Helen from Sunflower Cottage Crochet, and the wonderful Erin from Juniper and Oakes. We are the designers behind the Crochet Gallery, and we've come to talk to you about Edition 2 and the patterns that are in there this time around.
Yay! So Edition 2 just came out. It is our fall, winter, cozy 2023 edition. And we are so excited about this. This has been a long time in the making. It was originally supposed to be published in 2022. And now we got our acts together and here we are. So excited for these patterns. We have 6 wonderful patterns that just make you feel cozy in your home. We have 2 blanket patterns. We have a stocking, a pillow, a cardigan, and a placemat. And I think all of these patterns will be great additions to your home or to give as gifts around this cozy festive season. And I really, really hope that you enjoy them. Helen, do you want to talk to them a little bit about that beautiful reindeer pattern behind you?
Okay, yes. So one of the patterns in this edition is this reindeer corner afghan. It's really cute, and actually if you haven't done a corner to corner before, there isn't a lot of color changes really until you get to the antlers, so it's good practice. And yeah, he just looks fabulous, doesn't he? I keep looking at him thinking he needs to have a name.
Ooh,
Gosh,
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
well, I think that name's taken.
I think it's taken.
Yeah. Maybe we should do a competition for it.
Oh yeah, a naming. You
Yeah.
guys should leave a comment below. What should the name of this reindeer be?
Yes, absolutely. And then the winner I'll gift the pattern to.
Hey, beautiful. Yeah, when you're talking about corner to corner and like beginners who haven't ever done corner to corner, there's a big section of just white, no color change until you get to the actual reindeer. And so that's why you can practice all your increases and like get the feel of the stitch before you even have to throw in any colors there. So I think that's
corner, and then you work all of this before you even get to the brown reindeer, and then you work up. So you can see by the time you get here, which is about half the width, you're still only using 3 colors. You've got your white, your brown, and your red. So it does introduce you slowly. But I do also have a Learn to Corner course on my website, which I have linked in the pattern if anybody would like it. And I take you through everything to do with corner to corner. So we have how to read the patterns, how to do the color changes, how to carry on, how to do the corners. Everything's included in there. So anybody can try this, I promise. And if you get stuck, my email address is on the pattern in the Crochet Gallery magazine. So just send me an email and I'll help you out.
If you guys love this reindeer pattern, buy the Crochet Gallery magazine. The links are around here somewhere. And definitely get your hands on it. And speaking of corner to corner, there's a second corner to corner pattern. This is the Nordic Cottage pillow pattern, another corner to corner pattern. This one's nice too because you can start with a back panel and just make a white square and get your feel for the increases, the decreases. Because yeah, like she said, you start in a corner and you kind of get bigger. Once you get here, you start getting smaller. And then this cute little house, cottage. So this is like a 16 by 16 pillow. And I don't know, it's fluffy, it's nice. I think you could take this out on the holiday season. Make a great gift. I just gifted my mother-in-law a bunch of corner to corner pillows and she loved them. Just a great way to add a pop of color, pop of fun, bring cozy to your home. I have some links on my YouTube that are like corner to corner, like color work tips. So how you hold your yarn and like which way, if you yarn under, yarn over in order to get it to look fabulous. So we have tons of resources for you guys on Corner to Corner, because I think we both, just in our own businesses, have corner to corner patterns. And so I think it fits that this
fun technique, isn't it?
Yeah. So this edition, we have 2 corner to corner patterns for you. Yeah.
Fabulous. And I like that little house, because I think I would probably put that in the car to put behind me back on a long journey.
Oh yeah, that would be nice. Some little lumbar support.
Yeah. And then when Georgie, my daughter, gets tired, she can borrow it so that her head doesn't bang off the window.
Yes. That would be a good car thing. I should put that in my car for road trips.
Yeah.
We have a
Woohoo!
Thanksgiving road trip. Yeah. We have a Thanksgiving road trip coming up. We'll put it in my car.
Excellent. So you have another blanket there. That one looks beautiful.
Thank you.
Actually, it's deceptively easy, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It looks really intricate. The plaid design. It's a tapestry blanket. So you carry the unused yarn. So you can kind of see here we have like some red little bits popping out. But really it's working the same 1 row repeat over and over again, and then just following. I have a chart that's in there that tells you how many rows to do, or you can follow the full written instructions in there. And you just carry the unused yarn and then pick it up here. Here, it's hard to tell in this picture, but these little bits here that are in the intersection of the red, there's a 3rd color here, just to make it a little darker plaid color. But this, yeah, it's called the Festive Plaid Throw, and really you can make it in any color. So if you don't want it to be like red and white, you can, make it like a summery to have, or like a picnic blanket for the summer. But I think I can definitely see myself pulling this one out every Christmas and cozying up to it. The other day I was looking at all my blankets because I'm like, I have a lot of crochet blankets. I need to kind of get rid of some samples and like gift them to people. I'm like, I can't. I like this one. I can't gift it.
They become your babies, don't they? But I like those little pops of red in the white. It kind of gives it a little bit of a vintage feel, doesn't it?
It does. And it's, it's that plaid-y feel, because when you have like anything plaid, it's not just it's woven. You can see that there's a lot that goes into it. So and I think depending on tension and whatnot, you're able to kind of control how much yarn actually shows through. I think the white definitely you can see a lot with the white, because even here you can't see the white is showing through the red. Anyway, it's yeah, like Helen said, deceptively easy. You can do it, and you can have this beautiful festive plaid throw anytime you want.
Yes, it's gorgeous.
Yeah, I think some of my testers did like a blue and white. It's like, oh, I need that.
Excellent. So the last pattern that you have is
a stocking, a cozy Christmas stocking to hang by your mantle with care. This is, I don't know, I had this faux fur yarn and I was like, what can I do with this? So I turned it into a stocking. This comes with a fullish video tutorial on how I worked with the faux yarn, because if you've never used faux fur yarn before, it's kind of hard to know where your stitches are. So what I usually do is I get a feel for it with my fingers. Where do I place the next stitch? You just kind of have to know and a feel for it. So I kind of talk about that in the video and just say, basically I just keep on saying, it's okay. Just trust it. Trust the process. Get this cozy stocking.
excellent. And do you have to use faux fur, or could you use something similar to what you use for the body of the stocking?
Yeah, you can use, it'll work if you use something else. So the body of the stocking, I used worsted weight yarn. And I recommend in the pattern you use like a bigger hook size for the faux fur yarn, because this is like it's labeled as a 6 super bulky. So you could use a super bulky weight, or you could just go down, use the same hook size you use for everything else, and do it all in one color or in one yarn weight, and that works out well too. Yeah.
Christmas without stocking.
I have stockings, and these make great gifts as well. I know I have a lot of people are like, "Oh, can you make that for me?" And it works out pretty quickly. So the stitch here is I did like half double crochet clusters.
Okay.
So kind of like a cluster stitch, but using half double crochet. And then I don't know, because I have another stocking pattern that's like an alpine stitch pattern. And they do look very similar, but this is not the same stitch. It's really quite fun.
It's very cute, and I do love the texture on that.
So in the pattern, you start at the toe, and then you start working up the body of the sock. And you like skip a hole for the, what's that called? A heel, and then work your way up here. And then I do have in the video talk to you about how do we close the heel up. So I know that is intimidating for people who've never made like socks or stockings, but I'll walk you through it. It's gonna be okay. You got this.
Yes.
Okay, you have 2 more patterns to share with us. I see a cozy little number right behind you.
Yes. So we have the Abby cocoon cardigan. This one is great for layering if you want to just sit in front of the telly and watch an old movie while it's not so nice weather outside with, you know, a nice cup of hot chocolate, or maybe it's your favorite book or something, then this is just perfect. And if you're off body, it's great just to throw on and run down to the bottom of the street to get the kids from school as well. So yeah, it's very cute, isn't it? And you could always make the edging wider. So if you find that you haven't quite measured what size you needed well enough, simply just go all the way around with this trim that we've got on. Just make it wider so that it then fits you, because that's very
easy.
fashionable as well at the moment, isn't it? But yeah, cocoon cardigans are one of the easiest things that you can make, especially if you've never made a garment before. You literally just make a rectangle. I'll show you how to turn the corners to sew the sleeves together, and then you just edge it. And
I've never made one.
Yeah,
I'm gonna make one.
You really should. They are really, yeah. They're good, mate, and they look fabulous on.
So that's called the Abby cocoon cardigan. Yeah. In our first edition, you had an Abby something or other, another garment with Abby stitch.
Tea, wasn't it? The Abby tea.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the Abby tea. That pink one. You had a pink one and a yellow one.
Had an Abby something, because when I use the same stitch in a design, I tend to call it the same thing. So all of my Abby patterns use this particular stitch combination.
Okay.
So I have like a robin collection and a Highland Neve collection and things like that, and they all use the same stitch combination.
Wonderful.
That's how I name my patterns.
That's a good little organization system. Yep. Okay, you have one more pattern. Yes. And it red and white.
It is red and white. It's very Christmas spirit, but it doesn't have to be red and white. And I have to say, this one was probably the most frustrating to design of all 3. And also probably my favorite.
That is gorgeous.
So, this placemat, it uses a tapestry crochet technique that I hadn't actually used before. So I don't know whether you can see the ridges in it.
Oh yeah.
A great introduction to mosaic, I think, personally. You get all of the easy elements of mosaic. So basically this one, you work right side only. So you have 2 strands of yarn, your 2 colours, and you use them at the same time, and then when you get to the opposite end, you snip it off, and then you start again.
Okay. I should give that a try.
Yes, it's really good. And there's going to be small patterns that uses this technique coming your way. And then I've edged it off so that I didn't have to sew in all of those ends, because there was like 4 ends per row by the time I finished. Awesome.
Yep.
So I finished it off and I pinched the mosaic envelope border. What I do is these little white dots that you can see here, yours doesn't have to have that. I used the slip stitch method to make the envelope border, but I did the slip stitches in white so that people could see on the video and in the photographs, the figure photographs, exactly what I was doing.
Okay, but if you like the crocheters use a red yarn for their slip stitches, then it kind of, you won't get those little white.
Yeah, you won't get the little white flecks. But personally, I think they look quite cute, and it just adds a little bit of dimension to it.
Yeah, little dimension, little.
Yeah,
something.
but I was having a look at this. I think I'm going to make a set of these in green and cream for my kitchen.
Oh, lovely. Can you show us the backside?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's pretty reversible.
Yeah, well, yeah, this one
it looks a little bit different
texture on it, and you can see a little bit more of the carriage on.
Oh yeah, I can see. Ooh.
You could use either side, whatever your preference is. But yes, this was very fun, and this was actually a new technique for me, so I'm very proud of it. And actually, it feels really nice.
I could envision that like being, expanded into like a blanket. Would it make a good blanket?
It really would. I had thought originally about, because obviously you work it up this way, so I had thought what you could do is just continue the repeat and make a huge table runner for it as well.
Indeed.
But during that, all of your edges are going to be on the long sides, so it's up to you whether or not you want or to envelope border your table runner. But yes, it's very cute, and once you get used to the technique, it's super easy. And
I should try that. I really like doing the mosaic, overlay mosaic technique. I've just never combined mosaic and tapestry together.
Yes,
that's exciting.
Yes, well, that was my little moment of inspiration, because Erin, I've been trying to have a go at mosaic and I'm not very good at designing them.
Well, listen, that you designed the Dala pattern, the horse pattern in the Mosaic Nordic Cow in 2022. And I've seen someone make a whole afghan. Well, no, you learn as you go. If you would have seen my first mosaic, it was like, I mean, similar to yours, but nobody was saying how to do it better. So you live and you crochet, and you just get better at what you do.
Because originally this design was supposed to be a mosaic one, wasn't it? And I thought, it's got to be fairly simple to turn this pattern into a mosaic, but no, it really wasn't. Erin looked at it and she went, well, those bits in the middle, they're perfect. My little dotty bits here, they're perfect, and nothing else was right.
You have to have your X's in the right. I could see how the pattern would work better as a tapestry. And I don't know, if you ever designed mosaic, you might know what I'm talking about. It takes a bit of finagling.
It does.
A bit of finagling. Okay, so you have your Abby Cocoon cardigan, reindeer, corner, and your diamonds placemat. Out of those 3, which one is your favorite?
Probably the placemat, because I did learn an awful lot with it, and it was a challenge, and at one point it did get thrown across the room because it wouldn't block right, and I just had to jiggy the pattern a little bit, and and it got put in the naughty corner, but I did get it back out and it is sorted and I think it looks really smart. So I'm
Do you have any?
that one.
Yeah, I'm proud of you. You pulled it through. You said you had a bit like trouble blocking it. Do you have any tips for people? Or other crocheters going to have the same problem?
Yep. Block your table mat before you put the border on, and then block it again after the border.
Okay.
Because I didn't, I'd put the border on first and then tried to block the whole thing, and that just wasn't pretty and it wasn't fun.
Okay. And then so you took your border out and tried again.
Yeah.
Wonderful. So follow her advice. She's been there. She's done it. Fabulous. Way to go. You pulled it off.
Thank you. So what is your favorite pattern of the edition then?
Oh, let's see. Oh, I have my pillow back here as my little lumber support for my road trip. I don't know. Actually, I do know. It's this blanket. Here is my favorite. So I made this last year, most of it. I had the bulk of it done, to try to get it done for, like we talked about our first issue, we wanted to get out last fall, winter. Life is just busy, and we didn't make it happen. So anyway, when we were talking about Crochet Gallery and getting it started, I don't know who it was. Somebody mentioned like a plaid blanket or some sort of Christmas blanket that I should make. I make a lot of blankets. So I did like some Pinterest searching, and I found like a big like duvet cover that was red and white plaid. It was kind of like pinkish. I don't know. I just kept on going back and looking at it. This didn't turn out, like that, because it's my own pattern, but it just feels so cozy and I just love it. Like I said, I was going to give it to somebody and I was like, no, this is my baby. I love it. And it's easy, right? It's just, once you get your first row done, then you just know where the color changes are and you don't have to think about it. So this is another one that's really good at, like, if you're binge watching a show, like, you don't even have to really necessarily look at what you're doing. It just forms itself. And then you do have to count the rows to figure out, okay, now where am I going to add, get rid of the white and add the burgundy here. But it's just nice. It's easy. And I think it's stunning, if I may say so myself. I love it. Like, ooh, who designed that? That was me.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So it's my favorite. So if you guys want to get all 6 of these patterns, they're only found in this issue of the Crochet Gallery magazine. It's our second issue, and get it now because it's a perfect time for crochet. I always say it's crochet season, at least in kind of those colder countries right now. And then if you buy the issue and it's not cold season where you are, it's fine. You can just crochet whenever, and it's
well, beautiful. By the time they did all 6 patterns, it will be cold season. So
exactly. Exactly.
But yes, so the Crochet Gallery Edition 2 is out now. We'll pop the link underneath or in the description, depending on where the video is, so that you guys can go and check it out. It is $12.99 for all 6 patterns. The corner patterns are the written instructions. And yeah, it looks beautiful. And you've put a little colouring page in there as well, haven't you, Erin? Would you like to tell us why the colouring page?
Sure. So I recently published a coloring book, a crochet themed coloring book called Crochet in Color, and it makes really good Christmas gifts or birthday gifts for crocheters or their kids. And I just now like to make coloring pages and give them out to you guys, because I think sometimes we get so into crocheting, maybe we get over it a little bit, where it's like, okay, I just want to put that down, but then you don't want to lose your love of crochet, but you still need that like mental health break. Just sit and color. It would make a good, like, if you colored it in certain colors, you could frame it and hang it up around. It's like a Christmassy themed holiday theme. So I want to say all I want for Christmas is yarn or something. So just a little nod to my book that was published, and it's just in there at the end of the PDF when you buy the Crochet Gallery magazine.
Yeah, and the great thing about colouring pages as well is if you're thinking about a certain colour palette and you're not sure whether it's going to work well, you can colour in one of the colouring pages in the colours and see how they work together. So it can incorporate itself into your projects as well.
Exactly. The background of the coloring page I have is like this chevron crochet pattern, so you can definitely do that with this. That's found in the back. I'm gonna do like a little sample up here with your colors. Do whatever you need. So that's exactly right.
Mm-hmm. Lovely. Well, thank you for this.
This was so great
to get together with you, Erin. Thank you very much, sweetheart.
I just remembered what it was.
Mm-hmm.
Edition 1, all of our pictures look the same. We were able to meet up in Colorado, the United States, and take pictures of all of our patterns for edition 1 together. We weren't able to do that this time around. We live continents away. But that's just a little note on why our pictures look a little bit different and it's not the same feel as the first one. We just are friends who live too far away to meet up for every edition, but hopefully soon we can meet up again.
I'm excited.
What a pleasure working with you, Helen.
You too, sweetheart. Always.
And thank you to all of you for supporting us, for buying our e-magazine and making our patterns.
Yeah, and don't forget to tag us on socials if you do and you want to share them.
All right, leave us a comment below with what your favorite pattern of ours is. And don't forget, what's that behind me? It's over there. To name the Rudolph pattern or the
name the Rudolph. And if you buy this edition of Crochet Gallery, I'll gift you another one of my patterns if we pick your name.
Happy crocheting, everybody.
Bye.